You need to go live here. That's fine. Hello, everyone. Hope you're well.
Now.
We are on live, yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Hassan Abdulaziz. Andrew, hi.
Yes. Hello, Abba is this.
Would you like to introduce Andrew? Would you like to start?
Yes. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our interactive virtual session with Liverpool John Moore University. We are here with their regional manager for Ghana, and he is going to be presenting some of the opportunities that they have come September intake. And so if you have any questions whilst he's presenting, I would endeavor that you would put them down. After the presentation, we will be given an opportunity to ask the questions that you may have. So I introduce you to Hassan Abdulaziz from Liverpool John Moore University in the UK. So Hassan, please, you can go ahead.
Hello, everyone. A very good afternoon to you. My name is Hassan Abdulaziz. I am the regional manager for Ghana at Liverpool John Moores, based out here in the United Kingdom. It's a pleasure meeting you all. We are Student Connect, our trusted partner and agent representative in Ghana. I will be presenting about the university today and some of our popular courses. I will endeavor to keep the presentation quite moderate and not too long. I do understand it's the middle of the day and people may have a lot of other businesses to go about. I will be doing a presentation. While I am doing the presentation, I will also be jumping onto web browsers to show you different aspects and resources that you could look up in your independent time. I would also encourage you strongly to speak with Student Connect Ghana. You will find their details on Google, and as well as their contact details will be put onto the chat. If you have any questions, please do put them on the comments section. And towards the end of the session, Andrew will be able to deliberate those questions for you. I'm going to shortly present my screen. I believe that you'll be able to see the screen, so just bear with me. Well, they always say there's something magical about Liverpool. It's a fantastic student city. We are based in the northwest of England. If I had to show you where exactly it is, it's over here, very near to Manchester. The city itself is about 45 to 50 minutes from Manchester and 2 hours and 20 minutes from London. There's a train that connects. And so we are also around water, and it's a cool city. I'm sure a lot of you know about Liverpool, mainly because Liverpool Football Club, Everton, and of course the music side of things, such as the Beatles and other, culture and arts and museums that Liverpool has. Of course, football being the biggest attraction for Liverpool. We are actually about 20-25 minutes away from the Anfield Stadium. Now, Liverpool itself is a student city, as I said previously. There are quite a number of universities that surrounds this area, and we are one of the second largest universities in the city. We have 27,000 students enrolled in the university. The university has a very rich tradition. It's about 201 years old. Last year, we celebrated our bicentenary of 200 years of teaching and education experience. We started teaching in 1823, so there is rich, deep history within the university, and you are coming to study in a historic institution. And we always have been ahead of time. The reason being, we were the front runners, in the forefront of, for example, women's education back in the 1823 and 1824. Now, Liverpool, as I said, is a student city that also has the unique, features that comes with it. For example, it's number one for Best UK Student City in 2022. Again, Student Crowd Awards names it one of the top universities for students and one of the top cities for students to live in. And of course, it's also labeled as one of the safest city in the UK. And of course, safety is very relative, but it's more safe than most other destinations you would notice in the UK. So if you go to Student Crowd Awards, it's quite a cool website where all the students review universities based on their experience, and they have to log in using their university or school email account, which means most reviews are genuine and are from students and that are verified. Sometimes, it's very difficult to know what's a fake review and what's a real review. But with Student Crowd Awards, students have to sign up using their university email account, which means that they have been verified that it's a real review that students leave. And so we're proud to say that students have chosen us one of the best universities and cities in the UK. Now, there are so many different things I could say. For example, it's also second in the UK according to Unique Compare. We're also ranked for our course quality, and it's also a best city for students based on affordability. Now, if you're sensitive to pricing, and you can imagine UK can be quite an expensive place to live and study in that's the case, and if you want your money to go further, Liverpool is one of the best cities for you to live because it has one of the most lowest cost of living in the UK and one of the most affordable cities. For example, our rent would start from about £300 per calendar month. And of course, this is university managed accommodations as well as private accommodation. Now, as I said previously, we have our portfolio of 400 programs. We have over 28,000 students from 123 countries. We have 2 big campuses, and it's a city campus, which means everything is contained in the city. So you are never away from the city, and you're never away from one of your nearest accommodation, as well as the city in itself. So you have the opportunity to be part of a community and part of a city, and that really helps. Again, you could live in Liverpool or you can choose to live in a closer city in Manchester. And again, if your parents or family wants to visit you, Manchester has one of the biggest airports in the UK, and they can always visit Manchester, and then Liverpool is only a short drive away. So as I said, we are a city-based campus. We have 2 big campuses, the city campus where most of the engineering and the technology courses are based in, and the Mount Pleasant campus where business courses and several other law courses are based in. You can have a virtual tour of their city by simply going on to, for example, if you just go and type LJMU virtual tour onto your Google, it will bring about a virtual tour where you can look into different schools, faculties that you want to have a walk through. So it's fantastic for you to have a look into, and it has different virtual tours that you can do of different schools and buildings, and it's all available online. All you need to do is type LJMU virtual tour. Now, LJMU is just the short form for Liverpool John Moores University. I'll return to my presentation now. We have over 5 faculties, but they have now been merged into 2. More details will follow soon. But as I said, we have over 400 courses across 5 faculties, and they're spread throughout different areas. Now, if you would like to know what are some of our top courses and where you can find all the other courses of LJMU, I'm going to quickly show you. So some of our top courses are in hospitality and, of course, sports science. Anything to do with sports, we are number 6th in the world according to QS World Ranking. And forensics, pharmacy, architecture, engineering, these are some of our leading courses. We are very good in these areas, and of course health as well. We are very good with health. A lot of Ghanaian students would like to go to public health, and that's something we are good at. I'm going to quickly show you how you're able to go into different courses. If you go and type Liverpool John Moores University, you go on to the main web page and it shows you find a course. And we have neatly clubbed together different courses subject-wise. So you have architecture, astronomy, arts and design, computing, so forth. For example, let me pick up business management and marketing. Now, some of our courses are in here, so it's neatly labeled into undergrad and postgrad. So let me go into postgrad. It'll list all the courses that we have in postgrad, from strategic people management to international transport, trade and logistics. This is a popular course for Ghanaians, as well as MSc International Business Management. Now, we also have a range of subjects with placements embedded into them. For example, management and digital business. This particular course is with advanced practice, which means you will spend quite a considerable amount of time in the industry working on projects, working on real life case studies, and working on your opportunities to enhance your employability skills. For example, this particular course also has links to microeconomics that is delivered by Harvard Business School, that is delivered by Dr. Hodge, who's an official affiliate of the Harvard MOC network. So it's quite a good number of opportunities for you in that sense, for you to be able to work in the industry. Now, just bear with me for a second. I will present again. I just needed to close. Thank you. I'm sharing my screen again. Sorry, due to technical difficulties, I had to stop sharing for a while. So some of our top courses, again, are in these areas. I was showing you where you can look into different courses. So let me walk that through for you again. You go into Liverpool, John Moores University, you type in or on the browser, and it'll take you to the main web page. Click on find a course, and you browse by subject, and then you have different subjects that's grouped together. Now, for those undergraduate students, one of the best things about Liverpool John Moores University is that we always provide for undergraduate students two choices in the second year. The first choice is that most undergraduate courses will have the choice to go abroad and study in one of our partner institutions in English in a number of countries. For example, you could go anywhere between Canada, Australia, Spain, or Brazil. Now, for example, you put accounting and finance in here. So if you look into this as an undergraduate program, and again, we are one of the top ranking institutions for accounting and finance. Our strong industry links from most courses are quite good. So if you're looking for hands-on courses, we're not sitting in classroom lectures every day, but you're having that practical experience as well. That would be a fantastic opportunity for you to consider LJMU. For example, this particular course is ranked number 6 in the UK, Accounting and Finance. And again, most courses will have our top highlight features. Now, if you look into the program, what you're learning, as I told you in the year 2, 99% of our undergraduate courses will have a sandwich year. Sandwich is your placement year, or where you are able to go and do work in the real life world and get money for it as well, for full time, as well as significant work experience. So majority of our courses will have the sandwich year option. Now, of course, all of these placement options are often directly accompanied by support from the faculty in placement teams, offices that are based in different schools. So you're able to enhance your CV and your career skills. For example, if I type placements, LJMU, it'll bring up quite a number of opportunities for you. For example, we have a business and law placement support unit. We work with a number of employers where you will be able to directly have access to different networks of companies that are hiring for placing students on internships. You can book appointments to speak with a placements advisor to understand how you're able to maximize your opportunity in finding a placement. For example, for the Faculty of Business School, you have Rosemary and Nicola, who are the placement team, and they will be able to help with those business students secure a placement in the year 2. We also work with a number of employers. For example, we work with Carology, Global 13, BDO. These are some of the case studies that we have from our placement unit. Again, everything is available on the internet, and you are able to find all this information through a bit of research. Now, I'm going to go back onto the course list, some of our popular courses, as I explained. So again, accounting and finance are really popular. Engineering is very, very popular. and we have opportunities for students to be able to again have that study abroad or placement opportunities. We have a number of courses within engineering as well, like civil engineering, marine and offshore engineering. Of course, the earning potential is really high. Maritime energy efficiency, again, because of Ghana, its coastal region, these are quite good opportunities. Now, again, world is moving towards a more sustainable, greener world. So again, MSc renewable energy. We are also one of the first universities in the world to have MSc climate change and sustainability as a course. And it's a popular course with a lot of Ghanaian students. Now, again, going back into different things, sports, we are number 6th in the world according to QS World Ranking. Now, you will find we offer different types of sports courses. For example, sports coaching, psychology, sports business, science and football. Now, of course, we do a BSc Science and Football, and it's quite an interesting course. We're the world's first university to introduce that. We also have a number of master's courses there. For example, if you consider studying psychology, sports psychology is a fantastic avenue where you are all able to earn a lot of money as well through a career in a very exciting industry. Sports nutrition, sports coaching, these are some of the courses where you are able to not only maximize your earning potential when you finish your studies, you're able to have excellent industry links, mainly because of a fantastic, well-established sports school at LJMU. Now, we also have other popular courses, such as we have courses in health science. Now, nursing and midwifery is also another quite a popular one. Our postgraduate course, we only offer one nursing, that's MSc Adult Nursing. That's the only master's course we offer in master's level. At undergrad level, also, we have quite a number of nursing courses, and I'm excited to say that this year we're accepting a lot of nursing applications, and applications are open now for nursing students. Of course, studying nursing would give you a good definitive path to a successful career in the UK on a skilled worker visa that helps you to your long-term career plans and goals of being a nurse in the UK. Again, postgrad, it's only MSc Adult Nursing, but in undergrad, we have a number of nursing programs. We only offer limited nursing programs. Please do contact Student Connect, and they will be able to guide you through the different kind of nursing courses we offer. While there's a lot of nursing courses there, and that's published, we only accept for certain courses international students. That's because this is the first year that we have accepted international students onto our nursing program, and it's a very, very well old established school in the UK. Again, another very popular courses with Ghanaians is, of course, MSc Public Health. We have one of the world's renowned public health institute in the world. Again, you can find this information online where you will be able to do your own research in your own time. But of course, I'm more than happy to speak with you one-to-one, or of course, speak to Student Connect for you to be able to get more information. So we have our School of Health and Nutrition as well. And of course, as I said before, all of these courses come with strong industry links. For example, our public health is one of the most sought out courses where a number of established health professionals come onto this course, like doctors, nurses, and so forth. And of course, it's a very renowned health institute in the UK. It has a very strong industry links and a very solid tutorial team, as well as a faculty support team. For example, you will study a lot of public policy and practice. And again, a hallmark of a well-established course is where we give you choice and options for you to be able to choose and direct your course of study. So for example, you can choose what is it that you're going to do, and what, for example, independent study, you have the opportunity to research in your own area. So for example, you can choose to study something that suits your own needs and own outcomes. For example, you could be working in an NGO in Ghana and you want to do some sort of a research into a particular area and find pressing issues in that area, and you could then do your own independent study and form an assessment along with the tutor, and then submit assessments in relation to that. That is so cool, simply because you are in control of what you study, and at the same time get an official MSc Public Health degree that will take you on to United Nations or to government bodies or to work in the government sector. So there's a number of opportunities for you, and LJMU MSc Public Health is world renowned. Quite a number of people do inquire us about this course from Ghana. Another area that I would refer you to look into is, of course, our psychology programs and our law programs. Our law programs are quite popular among students as well. And again, the industry links is still there, and we have quite a lot of students studying Masters of Law, or people also would choose then to study international business and corporate finance law to be able to work in the finance sector. I would like to now move on with my presentation. As I've explained to you, I have, of course, due to time constraints, I'm unable to go through every course that we have. But again, as I said, I will quickly go through with you one more time how to find these courses. You go onto the main university webpage, find a course, and then you click on Browse by Subject, and you have plenty of opportunities there to have a look into different courses that's clubbed together in different titles. Now, entry requirements, I'll go into Ghana-specific entry requirements. For undergrad students, we need a university diploma or HND for first-year undergraduate entry. If you're studying in a British curriculum IBs, they are accepted directly onto first year. But of course, for undergrad first year entry, we need a university diploma along with your WAG. Now, postgrad, we need a second-class bachelor's degree from a recognized university that requires access to postgrad courses. Now, when we say that, you will find that LJMU's entry requirements are quite flexible, but of course, higher the score, the more chances you have of entry. Of course, certain courses are competitive, and you need to demonstrate that you have quite good interest. For example, MSc Sports Psychology is quite selective. So you need to show, along with your academic qualifications, you need to also show things that you may have done outside the classroom. For example, your work experience in the sector in sports psychology, working with a sports team or a club, or working in the local clinic, showing what additional can you bring to the course. So the course, it has to be course fit. And how fit are you to the course? So you need to show things that you have done apart from your academic. And this is just not only for sports psychology, this is for any kind of course. You need to be able to demonstrate what you're able to bring to the discourse in the classrooms, how you're able to contribute in the classroom, and how you're able to then engage with your studies. Again, another good news for Ghanaian students is that we accept your WAG for English certification at C6. So as long as you have WAG at C6, you don't have to take any English examinations such as IELTS or Oxford International or TOEFL or anything like that. So this saves you a considerable amount of time in preparation for tests and taking exams and spending money. So that's quite good. But again, in detail, enter requirements. For example, for nursing, may have an interview that we do on Teams. So if you do have those kind of additional requirements for certain courses like nursing, sports psychology, or for example, architecture, where you need a portfolio, please speak to Student Connect. The team will be able to fully support you in meeting those entry requirement conditions, and also obviously to explain to you how you're able to successfully meet those conditions. And in addition to that, I'm happy to speak with you on a one-to-one basis. I will leave you my contact details at the end of this live stream. So that's the entry requirements. Now, what is it that we need? We need quite a number of things for a successful application. Personal statement, it's very important. This is an important aspect of LJMU's admission process. That's simply because we do read your personal statement. So please make sure you put the correct subject information. One of the biggest tips I will give you for personal statements is to go onto the course page that I just previously showed, do your research and bring more academic responses into your personal statements, and show how you're able to bring academic value to the course, as well as how your past, current experience align with the course and how it will support your future career aspirations. That's very important that you're able to discuss this in detail. We also need 1 reference for undergrad and 2 for postgrad. These must be on letter-headed paper, dated, signed, and stamped if possible. They need to be properly done because we do read these references as well. We also need copies of all your qualifications. And if you've previously been a UK student, any UK visas, and a copy of your passport, CV, and a copy of ATAS. ATAS is an academic technology approval scheme. This is for those students who are on particular courses. There are only about 4 or 5 courses in, for example, at LJMU that requires ATAS certificate. You are also able to fully submit your international admission application through Student Connect. Please do speak with them. They will be able to help you with that particular information. Now, I'm going to talk to you about our deposit. Our deposit for visa and CAS release is only £5,000. I'll go through with you the payment structure shortly. But just before then, while we were talking about personal statement, again, I told you it's very important you take that time to understand personal statement because LJMU takes this aspect of the admission quite seriously. We also have quite a number of important dates. For example, we have application deadlines, scholarship deadlines, early payment discount deadlines, and LJMU again enforces that quite well, and so it's important that you're able to capture these dates. If you go onto the QR code, it will help. And of course, this presentation will be available for you to review after this session. I will hand it over to Student Connect. If you needed a copy of the presentation, please do get in touch with Student Connect. They will be able to pass on the copy to you. Now, tuition fee, what I am going to do is have a quick look into our fees and the fee structure. I want to keep it simple. LJMU has 2 types of fee structures. So the first one is lab-based, and the other one is non-lab-based, and the other is lab-based. So very simple. Non-lab-based courses are like business studies, international business management, public health, where you do not have to have a lot of lab activities, and there's more of classroom-based teaching and visits to different companies and so forth. Whereas lab-based are engineering courses, psychology courses, where you have to have quite a lot of quite a lot of understanding in terms of going to the lab work and so forth. Now, the 2 types of fees are undergrad and postgrads that I have listed over here. Just to explain to you, this is undergrad non-lab based courses, and this is lab-based courses, and this is postgrad and lab-based postgrad courses. It's all the same. There's only small difference in our fees. One is 18,250 and the other is 17,750. Now, again, I explained to you the difference between the 2 courses. Now, for undergrad students, those are non-lab based courses, like let's say you're doing a BSc Accounting and Finance or BA Accounting and Finance. Your fees is 17,750. That's roughly about 356,000 Ghanaian cedis. We'll give you a scholarship of 3,000 per year, no application required. No, this is a special scholarship for Ghanaians. We don't need any application. You don't need to write any essays. You don't need to have any certain grades. We will hand the scholarship to you. That's about 60,000 cedis. We will also give you an early payment discount if you pay the deposit by the 1st of August. That's about £500. That's about 10,000. So the fees is reduced per year from 17,750 to 14,250 for 286,000 Ghanaian cedis, payable in 3 installments. Again, for lab-based courses, it's all the same, except you are having a shorter, a bit more, £500 more that you need to have to pay. But again, it's all the same, except the difference between the fees of 500. For postgrad students, again, the fees for, let's say, non-lab based courses like International Business Management or MSc Management, that's 17,750. I'll give you a special scholarship for postgrad students for £4,000. That's about 80,000 Ghanaian cedis. And we'll also give you an early payment discount if you pay your deposit of 5,000 by the 30th of June. That will be £500. The net fee would be 13,250. You see, that's a big drop on fees. That is from 17,750 to 13,250. That's a big drop in fees to 266,000 Ghanaian cedis per year, payable in 3 installments. Again, for postgrad lab-based courses like engineering, MSc Civil Engineering, or MSc Sports Psychology or so forth, that would be, again, 13,750. That's 276,000 Ghanaian cedis payable in 3 installments. Now, if you look into the total scholarship package that we are giving you currently, that's undergraduate students, you have £3,000 into 3 years. That's a total of £9,000 for the entire of the course, plus an additional £500. That is total of £9,500. That's 180,000 Ghanaian cedis. If you think about it, that's nearly 50% scholarship. If you think about in terms of, let's say, the first year fees is 286, I've given you literally, a 50% scholarship in your first year for undergrad students. For postgrad, that's nearly 90,000 Ghanaian cedis that you're getting as scholarship. That's quite a substantial reduction in fees. That's in combination with Liverpool being one of the most affordable cities. It has to be a fantastic choice for you to consider Liverpool John Moores. How is the CAS process? You make an application through Liverpool John Moores University through our approved partner, Student Connect. They will help and do everything free of cost for you. So you do not have to pay them anything, and they will support you through the process. And of course, I'm here to support you as well. Of those students who've already applied, I would really recommend you to get on to Campus Connect. A personalized invite to students 4 days after offer. You will receive this, and you can access all the other offer holders, find their communities. You already want to come and speak to Ghanaian students that are already based in Campus Connect. I would definitely recommend you to join Campus Connect because it's fantastic. And of course, we provide fantastic amount of support. Some small touches LJMU is really good. For example, when you do arrive in the UK, we send you a chauffeur with a taxi to pick you up from the airport. It's only from Manchester and Liverpool, and we pick you up and we drop you in the campus or your chosen accommodation, and it's fantastic service. So we do little touch like that. We do take care of our international students. We also have 24-hour support and security systems on campus. The library is being lobbied for 24-hour open, but usually currently it's open till 11. We have personal tutors. There's a lot of support available for you. There's also plenty of part-time jobs within Liverpool John Moores University. I would recommend you to go to UniTems. UniTems is our university agency for part-time jobs. So if you type in Liverpool in you will see all the campus jobs today. So if you look into it, you have so many different jobs. For example, there is International Student Ambassador job, £12.67. This is all in Liverpool. For example, you could become an intern somewhere and you get to earn quite a number of hours while working, and as well as, for example, administration support, £14 an hour. So £14 an hour is quite a good wage in the UK. That's literally about £14 in GHS and CDs would be 280 CDs an hour. So there's a lot of opportunities there for you to earn. So it's UniTems, and there's plenty of jobs that's put up there. Of course, we also have a careers team that will help you with your CVs, that will help you with your employability. If you have a business idea, that will help you start that business idea. For example, we are doing our grad academy, where we support students to, get into jobs ready and economics. Finding jobs and how you can save and different things. That's, they will give you those generic advices and so forth. For example, this is the support that we provide. We provide mentoring, careers meeting. We support web up sessions. There's so many other things like Grad Hub. You have employability sessions. We have mentorships program and so forth. And there's plenty of opportunities and support available at the university for free of cost, even after you graduate. If I'm not wrong, that's about 2 years after graduate, you can still access our employability service. I support academic skills, careers. Again, we are pretty good with all of this. We provide you help in transitioning to education, for example. There's academic skills support. Students will be able to help you with understanding how best you understand UK system of studies. It's mostly essay based. So those are the things that they will be helping you with. Uni terms, and there's also a dedicated international advice team. Coming to accommodation, we have one of the most affordable accommodations in the UK. For example, if I quickly go and type accommodation in here, just bear with me for a second. I do have some technical issues at the moment. I do sincerely apologize. Thank you. I'm going to share my screen again. So this is our accommodation. If you just type LJMU accommodation, we manage a lot of accommodations around the city. We don't own, but we do manage them. So if you have a look into this, so there we go, accommodation. Now we have plenty of accommodation options and choices. If you go into view our approved accommodations, you can also take walk around our accommodations. For example, you can walk around Byland Point, Atlantic Point, and so forth. Our cheapest and the most affordable accommodation is in Maribon. Maribon is one of our cheapest accommodations. That's at £94.50 per week. That's roughly about £400 a month. Now, £400 a month is about 8,000 Ghanaian cedis a month, all bills inclusive, and you will also have security systems in the building and so forth. And there's also all gendered accommodations. For example, if you only have all girls accommodation, that's possible. This is just an example of an accommodation looks like in Maribon. And again, this is a shared kitchen. You will have, space in there, and there's fridge where you get, a shelf, and you also have pantry that you can get a cover for yourself. Now, there's a small living lounge area here. Now, if you come outside and take a look into this, you will see this is one of the libraries, Avril Roberts Library. As I said, Liverpool is a walkable city, and it's a very it's a city campus, so everything is part of the city. So yeah, those students living in Maribon is literally crossroad, and you will be able to be in your city. And of course you have your shared toilets and so forth. And if you come in and look over here, you have your own room. In the UK, we don't share room, rather you'll have your own room with a small space for sink and wardrobe and beds and a table for you to study on. There are plenty of other choices as well for you to take a look into, so please do have a look into that. So there's a lot of opportunities and choices for you, but if you do need more specific support, please do get in touch with our accommodation office. And again, as I said, it's very simple. If you go and if you want to contact them, you contact accommodation, you'll find and notice that all of our links are quite easy to find, so you will be able to speak to accommodations directly if you have any questions, and so they will be able to support you further with that. And of course, you can reach out to me as well for further support. LJMU is known for a few things. As I said, our cost of living in the great city of Liverpool, our strong work experience embedded into the courses. For example, for undergraduate students, the opportunity to go abroad or placement. So we're constantly looking to widen your experience. And of course, the third one is our scholarships, our generous scholarships for undergrad and postgrad. And that's fantastic. And the fourth one is the range of courses that we have that helps you to understand different aspects of things. For example, sports psychology, you'll be working with sports clubs, our connections to different companies within the sector. Now, thank you for listening. And if you do have any questions, now is an opportunity for you to put them on the comment box that you could see. And of course, you can also reach out to Student Connect or to myself directly. I will put my email and contact details in the comment section. Any questions? Andrew, would you like to join me now?
Yes, I would like to join you now. I'm trying to get your attention. Whilst we are waiting for the audience to sort of get their question ready, I would like to ask you a few of the questions that I have so that they
Sure.
can also, yeah.
I also
For some,
noticed when I was, sorry, Andrew, to cut you off. I also noticed when I was sharing the accommodation choices, I noticed that due to technical issues, my screen was not sharing. So I was
yes.
not able to show. But I can quickly do that now just to show you Maribel. So, because I noticed the screen wasn't sharing, I think it just took me off from the screen. So I was showing you Maribel. For example, this is what accommodation look like. So if you put on accommodation LJMU, so over here, this is accommodation, and we have our approved accommodations. I was talking about Maribel, Andrew. I'm so sorry to cut you off. I just wanted to quickly show this. So if you see some details here, you're able to walk through accommodation. This is one of our most affordable accommodation. That's roughly about 8,000 CDs a month. You have the kitchen, and then you have pantry that you can have, and also a shelf in the fridge and freezer. There's a small living area. Now, if you come outside, literally crossing the road, you have the Avril Roberts Library. As I mentioned before, Liverpool is a walkable city, and the campus is in the city as well. So if you come here, then you have to share toilets. Again, the more money you pay, the better comforts you have. You have showers and so forth, and so you have sinks, and these are shared facilities. Now, if you come into here, I'll show you one of the bedrooms. Again, bedrooms are not shared in the UK, so you'll have your own bedroom with lock. So you have a little bit of a sink, wardrobe, and a desk to study, and some shelf space along with a bed. Now, this is just an example. Now, again, Maribon also has cinemas, like a lounge area, as well as gym facilities with them. Another good area for accommodation is called Liverpool Homes, Liverpool Student Homes. So they're also it's a university accreditation for private. So you'll see there are a number of universities in Liverpool, and so you will also be able to find a lot of student approved accommodations. So there has accreditation. So this is one of the safe, for international students. You can have accommodation and options and so forth. This is one thing I wanted to do. Thank you, Andrew. I just wanted to quickly point that out before I forget. Andrew, you may come back again. Andrew?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let me start with the qualifications for the undergraduate program. For somebody who has just graduated from high school, looking to study, let's say, a BSc in LJMU, would they need to write any further examination, or the WASI that they have is enough? And if it's enough, what are the grades that are acceptable?
Okay, so this is for undergrad. So as I said, undergraduate, again, everything's, let me share my screen again so you're able to see what I'm doing. So I'm sharing my screen again. So for simple LGMU, if you put LGMU Ghana, it'll bring up the entry requirements for Ghanaian students. Now, we don't accept just WAC on its own. We want something else in addition to it. For example, we require a university diploma or a higher national diploma or first-year undergraduate entry to be able to enter into our first year. Now, this is for students who have WAC and students who have the national curriculum. We need a university diploma in addition to be able to match it to A level or a HND. A lot of the students that we accept will have an HND, or they also have university diploma that's about 2 years long, if I'm not wrong. Now, those students in private schools with A levels, American systems, they have different requirements. For example, for A-level students, it's pretty straightforward. For example, if you go to a particular course, every course has different requirements. So if you go onto a course, A-levels requirements are fully published. For example, if you want architecture, undergrad, architectural engineering, now you will find over here what the entry requirements are. There we go. This is A levels. You can see we need 2, including maths, physics, and chemistry or biology. We need something in that region. So it'll show you what is required for A level. For those students who have WAC or other national, school certifications, we will require a diploma. For postgrad students, it's pretty straightforward. We just need a second-class bachelor's degree. But as I said, higher the scores, better it is, better outcomes, it's easier it is. Does that answer your question, Andrew?
For somebody who is, so for somebody who does not have the diploma, do you have like a pathway program to a BSc, a
Yes,
foundation program?
yes, absolutely. We do have an international study center that delivered by study group. Again, those students can come and speak to you, Andrew, or to your agency, and you'll be able to do them. So you can do a foundation with scholarships. There's plenty of scholarships that we do. So if you have to look into what other foundation options are, you have this particular option. Again, so it's called ISC LJMU. So if you put LJMU ISC, that's International Study Center, we have different pathways that students can go on to. So for example, this is International Foundation here, and you have different entry points as well that we have. So for example, we have those for business, law, computing, and life sciences. So there's a lot of routes. For example, a student wants to study business. So these are some of the programs that we have. So we have a foundation pathways in this particular area. And we also have optional modules and different semesters.
I think that answers my question. Okay, going on, I also saw some Masters of Research programs on your website. Okay, but then I see that it is talked about on the website, but then I don't see the specific programs. I only see research groups. And so I don't know whether there are programs specifically for MPhil or MSc research or whatever. But then I see
MSc
that.
by research, yes. Emma, thank you, Andrew. MSc by research, unfortunately, LJMU is not offering to international students at this point of time, but this is something we are working on, and hopefully keep tuned in for next year. We should be able to get you some masters by research. But again, at current moment, at this point of time, we do not accept masters by research, and we do not have that many courses either. This is due to immigration complications in this area.
What about MPhil? What about MPhil?
So that's at the Doctoral Academy. So we have LJMU Doctoral Academy. We do have that choices as well. I would recommend you to get in touch with Doctoral Academy. Unfortunately, I only deal with undergrad and postgrad. My knowledge in PhD or MPhil is very limited.
Okay. You said that the English requirements for those from Ghana is C6 for the WASI, is acceptable. Do you have some limitations on the duration? Say,
No,
okay.
it's indefinite. So we will accept any time length that has passed since they have graduated from school.
Okay. Okay. So in terms of scholarships, do you accept somebody who has a sponsorship from a private institution? If it's an international organization, would you accept that sponsorship
Yes,
letter?
we do accept sponsorships, financial sponsorship from a university. That's defined in the UKVR rules. A sponsor can be a university, so we accept sponsorships. But there are conditions. This is more to do with immigration rather than anything else. So I would recommend the students to come and speak to you for more clarified, areas, because there's immigration aspect to private sponsorship when you're applying for a student visa.
Oh, okay. Please, do you have any other questions? Our listeners, do you have any other questions that you want to
There's a
ask?
question in the chat. Please, can you apply for MSc Social Work direct without applying through agency? I believe you're referring to Student Connect. I would strongly recommend you to apply through Student Connect because MSc Social Work requires more attention than any other course. Any course that has statutory involvement like nursing, social work, architecture, and so forth, there is issues involved in there. So there needs a bit more care. You need more professional guidance in this regard. I would recommend you to go speak to Student Connect because social work has a high threshold for acceptance. So that means you need to meet several conditions. It's one of those courses that's highly selective. Thank you.
Okay. I think let's take some questions from the chat section. Somebody wants to know whether there's anything like a working permit.
Sorry?
Somebody, Kanda wants to know, do you have something like a working permit? Say after you graduate.
Yeah. Graduate route is fantastic. It's for all universities. So if you do graduate with a degree from us, you will be able to apply for the 2 years graduate route. post which you should be able to find your own work visa through skilled worker visa. And again, from graduate route, the requirements are a little bit lower, so you have plenty of opportunities there. And also, as I said, our careers office gives you all kind of support. You should be able to get the support that you need to be able to move on to a skilled worker visa.
Okay, the following question is from Gloria. She wants to know what is the estimated living cost.
Estimated living cost, again, it's dependent, lifestyle dependent. But as I said, Liverpool has one of the most affordable costs in the UK. Your money will go a long way than any other areas in the UK. Even if you go probably 45 minutes to Manchester, the house prices rise significantly. So I would say roughly about, depending on, so I would recommend you to say, so if your rent is about, let's say 400 and you need another 250, you need a month about 13,000 Ghanaian cedis a month to be able to live in the UK. But again, you don't need that much. I would recommend you need only about 10,000 cedis a month.
Okay. Is it accommodation inclusive, or this is after you have the accommodation?
Yes, and you're also able to work part-time, so you should be able to support your living, but not your rent or your tuition fee. But again, I would recommend you all to have finances sorted before you come, because it's a requirement of your student visa. And also, you can expect to, so you need to be able to support yourself in the first few months. So I would recommend you to think about those things. Yes, accommodation is one of the cheapest in the UK, and that's the most expensive part of living in the UK. So that's a good thing that Liverpool has a very affordable living.
Great. I think our next question is from David. I think you have addressed that question already, but then he wanted to know if there is a deposit and how much is it?
Yeah, the deposit is 5,000, so that's roughly about 10,000 cedis. Sorry, 100,000 cedis. My bad. I missed a zero there. So it's 100,000 cedis deposit. You should be able to, get your cash. So I will also leave my contact details. But as I said, the easiest way for you to get more free support is through Student Connect with the team, Andrew or Mame Abba, or through Bright. Please do contact them. They will be more than happy to support you and also, be able to, give you those questions answered for you. Any other questions?
I think somebody, Benedict, wants to know, please, I'm doing a top up to my HND to get a degree, and I'm left with 1 semester to complete. I don't get the question, but then I think he wants to know whether he can still apply.
Yeah, he should be able to apply because he's got a HND, but depends on what he wants to apply. If he's got a degree, he can apply for postgrad. If he doesn't have a degree, he can apply for undergrad.
For somebody who, say, was not able to write the WASI, maybe their time, it was SSC, does not have the WASI, or it's missing for some reason, and has written the IELTS, but they did not the acceptable marks, let's say 6.5. Do you have an internal English examination that they can write?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay.
I mean, again, there's plenty of choices and options for Ghanaian students. For example, you can take Oxford International or Kaplan Test. Again, they're not very pricey. They're quite affordable. For example, currently an Oxford test is coming to about 1,600 cedis. And it's online, and almost the result is quite fast as well. I think within a couple of days.
Okay. All right. Please, do you have any more questions?
If I want to join, so there's another question. If I want to join the next year in September 26, when do I start the application process? You can start the application process later this year. Contact Student Connect, please.
More questions, please. I think for somebody that has a third class, do you have a program that they can join, or they would have to join the pre-masters program?
They can join the pre-masters program. Again, that's very important because you need to have the pre-masters to be able to transition well, because masters can be quite stressful because there's only 12 months crammed into it. I'm sure you should be able to, get that sorted. I've left my contact details as well. That has my email, my telephone number, my WhatsApp, my emails. But as I said, I strongly recommend all the viewers to get in touch with Student Connect because this is one of the easiest way for you to be able to get the ball rolling. I would definitely recommend you to consider Liverpool John Moores University, especially considering the fees. So we discussed the fees. I've shown the fees. I'll share the presentations with Andrew, who will be able to share with you if you need any help and support. It has been fantastic meeting with you today. If there are no further questions, I wish you all a pleasant day ahead in Ghana. And I look forward to you to submit your applications and look forward to welcoming you to the UK and Liverpool John Moores University.
Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor, for
Bye.
an interactive session.
Bye.
We hope to see you next time. Bye.